Imagine artillery capable of covering 2 Russian Voronezh or half of Moscow, which is more than 1,000 square kilometers. Imagined? And now look. This is a 155mm trailed howitzer M777, which is in service with Ukraine, and it's ready at any moment to destroy the Russian occupiers. The howitzer was developed by British company BAE Systems, Europe's largest defense contractor. This powerful weapon has already proved itself in many hotspots of the planet – Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, and now will show itself in Ukraine. The M777 is an improved version of the M982 howitzer, but lighter, more practical and faster. It weighs only 4 tons, which is enough to transport it to the battlefield even by helicopter. This is one of the most long-range howitzers in the world. Comfortable firing range from 24 to 37 kilometers. Her working rate of fire is 2 shots per minute. In intensive mode, the gun can pour 5 shells, and the maximum mode allows you to fire 7 shells per minute. At the same time, 8 people are needed to work with this gun. The cost of such a gun is $3 million, but the price actually depends on the modification. M777 has options with the mechanical optical guidance and aiming systems, or with fully digital fire control systems. The armed forces received just the latest version of this formidable weapon. Such technologies allow howitzers to determine their location and therefore calculate the parameters for aiming faster and more efficiently. Deployment time of M777 only 3 minutes, and you can collect it for transportation even faster, in just 2. So, in 10 minutes you can come, fire shells at the ratios and leave. During this time they will not even have time to expand their arsenal, and even more so, to fire back. So far we have only talked about ordinary shells for such a howitzer, but they are also not ordinary. Canada has transferred to our armed forces high-precision M982 Excalibur. This is a 48-kilogram GPS-controlled projectile worth of more than 100,000 per unit. But according to its characteristics, the price looks fair. Just take a look. Conventional artillery ammunition doesn't always hit the target. The radius of deviation here is at tens of meters. Obviously, there is a risk of hitting foreign objects and not hitting an enemy target. Excalibur allows you to crush the enemy even when he is hiding in the yard. After all, the radius of deviation of such a projectile is up to 4 meters. In combination with the M777, direct fire at enemy positions can be conducted from a distance up to 40 kilometers, and this is a solid distance for the artillery system. In addition, the advantage of Excalibur is that it can be used with any NATO 155 caliber howitzer. That is, the French César or the German Panzerhaubitze 2000 can also be used with these projectiles. Thanks to such artillery systems, the armed forces of Ukraine gain an important advantage over the enemy. After all, artillery is the basis of any war. It is with the help of these systems that the enemy armored vehicles are destroyed and attacks on the supply and control centers are inflicted. It is thanks to artillery that the enemy can be cut off from logistics and supplies. Russian, or rather Soviet artillery units fire at our positions from a distance of 20-30 kilometers. Modern Western systems allow the armored forces to fire from a greater distance and crush the enemy without losing their own equipment. And what is important, aim. Ukraine also has guided NATO-designed shells, MLRS Vilha, for example. And despite the fact that the radius of deviation there reaches 15 meters, the armed forces successfully use them. Imagine the results of the 155mm M777 howitzers that marked the beginning of a new history for the armed forces of Ukraine.